Hey, this is Abby, and today I am going to walk you through how to conduct a productive search in the database Medline. So Medline is one of the most popular bibliographic databases in the health and medical sciences. It contains references to millions of journal articles and is updated on a daily basis. If you haven't used Medline before, I'm sure that you have used PubMed, which is the free interface for searching Medline. All right, so most of you will be accessing our databases via the DMSC LibGuide. So I've started here. See, the second tab is finding articles, and then the second tab in that box is Medline. So I'll click on Medline here, and you can see there's a tutorial that already exists. I'm updating this one because the interface has been updated, so it looks a little bit different. All right. Medline, and if you are accessing this database from home, which if you are a DMSE student, I'm sure you are, if you're off campus, then you will need to enter your Lynchburg credentials before you're taken to this site. So just be aware of that. I'm on campus today, so I wasn't prompted for that. All right, so we are opened up to, or we're taking to, the basic search bar, which is where I typically like to start when I'm just starting out. There is an advanced search option, but to be honest, you can get to all of those things once you enter in a basic search anyway. So my advice, start here. It's a little bit less overwhelming, I think. Okay, so I've come up with a research question for us to use as an example. It is, how do first-time mothers of premature babies in the NICU perceive bonding with their infant during the first month after birth? All right, a lot of words. Obviously, we're not just going to copy and paste that entire question into the search bar. We'd get a giant goose egg if we did that. So instead, we have to break it down into what we think are the most important keywords from our question. Okay, so we're talking about moms, but I'm going to use the word maternal instead, get a little fancy. You can see that it is trying to autofill some things that it knows are covered in the database, but we're going to stick with just maternal. I'm going to connect it with the word and, so that I'm only getting results back that connect my search terms. It's in all caps just because that helps me keep my searches organized, but in Medline, you don't have to capitalize it. It's important to know that in PubMed, you do. Medline, not necessary, but we're doing it today. So maternal, and we're talking about the NICU. And we're also talking about what? We're talking about bonding. So I'm going to use the word bonding starting out. There are a lot of different ways that someone could perceive bonding, and I think by starting out this way, maybe we'll get that from some of the article titles that we pull back. Okay, so I've got my search laid out here. Gonna hit search, see what we end up with. All right, we've got 72 results, which I'm happy with. That's a good number. If right away you're seeing results in the hundreds or thousands, you may want to go back and add in some additional search terms. If you're not getting enough, then I would go and actually try to remove some of the search terms, right? Maybe you've confused the system. Okay, so this is what I was talking about with the advanced search features. You can see from here, we have all of these options for filtering our results. So the first one, maybe the most obvious, let's say I'm only concerned with how this is being researched or what we're seeing now. So I'm pulling that forward and I've updated it so that we're just looking at the last 10 years. Other things you might want to consider: document type. So maybe you're only interested in systematic reviews or even in government research that's been done. And then what about gender? So we're talking about females here, or moms here, but maybe you're interested in males instead. You could do it that way. Certainly there would be studies done about the male bonding in the NICU as well. All right, we've got an option for language. To be honest, you can pretty much get any article in English if you need it. So if that ever comes up, just ask a librarian. You can get a translation if you need it. All right, so the only real one that let's do that. Let's actually do the female one, since that's what we're concerned with. And you can see we're down to 35 results now. And typically I scroll through and just take a look and see if there's a title that sticks out to me. So this first one could be good. What about this one? Let's try this second one. So by clicking on the title, I'm going to be taken to a more detailed item record for it. This is a brand new article. And you've got all of your citation information here. You've got your abstract or your summary. Always worth your time to scan that before you commit to the full text. It might also give you some ideas for additional search terms. And then scrolling down, you've got your mesh subject headings or mesh terms here. So one of the really nice things about Medline is that things are very carefully indexed because it's a library catalog. And you could click on any of these to be taken to related items. They also have started pulling out related items as well. So they've pulled out articles that they think might be relevant to your search. Pretty handy, especially if you're trying to expand your list of references. Okay, so I've scanned the abstract. I decide that I do want the full text. Links to the full text in Medline are over here on the right-hand side. So I'm going to click Get Full Text. Oh, that's interesting. It's asking me to automatically download it. Well, there we go. We've got it. Usually it would send you to a link instead, but all kinds of new things are always happening. So now you've got a PDF. It's already saved, which is actually handy because sometimes students get confused on how they can actually save it so they can go back to it. So let's touch on that really quickly. You can see here that there are a couple different options. So right away, it could give you a citation, and that would include a DOI so that you could get back to it. You can email it to yourself. You could go ahead and print it out if you're an analog person. And then all options, you can see there's even Google Drive and things like that. So helpful. Try to avoid, or definitely avoid, copying and pasting from the search bar up at the top because that address will be a dead link when you go back to it later. So again, we're always looking for ways that the database has provided for us to get back to it. You could even just copy the DOI if you wanted to get back to it again. Another option is to create a profile for yourself within Medline. So you can, I can sign into mine really quick to show you what it looks like. So you can create a profile, and it's nice because then you can actually save your searches or your top articles. And the next time you visit Medline, you would just log in and they would all be there. Okay, so I don't have anything saved at the moment. But if I went back to here, let's go back to my search. I think that's more interesting. Then I can stop scrolling away. Then I can save my search. So you can save it to your research. I can name it something like NICU. And now it'll be saved when I go back in. Or you can even set up a search alert. And that means that you could set up an alert so that anytime new articles are brought in that share those search terms or subject headings, they would send you an email. And you can set that up so that it just shows up maybe weekly, even monthly, things like that. Really useful, especially if you are doing some sort of like semester long or just extended research project. Okay, so that is Medline. That was a quick overview. Hopefully that is helpful, especially with getting the hang of a new interface. You may have noticed that this little question bubble here has been following me around. Please take advantage of that. If you get stuck anywhere in Medline or anywhere in the library catalog or in PubMed, you can put in your name, your email, your question, and you will be off chatting with a librarian. It is a real person on the other end of that, and we would be happy to help you out. Okay, take care and let me know if you have questions.